So this is episode 2 of building a raised avocado bed. And earlier today, and just a little bit right before dark, I gathered a few of the trees and parts and pieces. Now, some of the trees that I have are just too far gone. They're just like sawdust, or you start pulling on them, they'll break. Some of them are too strong and too heavy, that would probably be ideal. Probably the largest tree I have is probably 30-40 foot, and it would probably make a whole outer perimeter just in that one, but there's no way. Versus like trying to chainsaw it and do all that stuff, I'll just let it deteriorate a little bit more, use it for something else. But tomorrow I'll be coming back to the back and collecting a lot more of this stuff. I just want to make sure that, when I'm out here working, the kids aren't like getting up out of their bed and wreaking havoc everywhere and running outside or something. So if I'm way back there, I do not want that to happen. So probably should wait till tomorrow to do that. But this is our little start right here. So just a little recap. Avocados in Florida, or at least northern Florida, they have problems with flooding. They have like 12-inch feeder roots, which flood and drown and get root rot and stuff like that. So even on your, supposedly on your most ideal planting spot, where you get well draining, like almost sandy soil, people still have problems with root rot and stuff. They'll get that flood that comes every so many years from a hurricane or something, and the decomposing wood, helps provide, I guess, food and a life support system for mycorrhizal fungi. And the fungi supposedly helps keep the bacteria that causes root rot away. So you're raising the bed to keep your feeder roots from drowning, which is a good thing. Then you're creating this bed that will eventually support all this fungi that helps protect the plant's root systems. Other people have tried it and swear by it. I have never tried it. I have tried avocados just in the ground or just mounded up in sand or soil. They died. So this is kind of my last hoorah, or whatever you call it here, to try to have successes. And based on what I've seen at other permaculture places and, the two I've went to, it's avocados can do okay here. So one of those is like a true supporter of this raised bed system where they use wood chips, and like arborist wood chips. And since I really don't have access to like aged arborist wood mulch or wood chips, I'm making my own with my own plant materials and leaves and compost and different stuff like that. So hopefully in the next coming days or whatever, this will shape up to look like something. One of the things I'm going to have to do, since I don't have like a fines, mulch fines or whatever, or just soil or compost or manure or whatever here, is I'm going to have to put a placeholder once we get the outer perimeter shaped, and put it there so that these impenetrable trees, logs, limbs and stuff aren't going to be in the way from where I actually put the plants. So I got some more. This is the next morning, next day, afternoon. Got some more tree pieces. Some of them have already, all of them probably have some kind of fungus and mushrooms growing on them already. Oh, hit it skink. For regenerated tail. I get close to it, it's probably going to disappear. These guys are all over the place, especially the babies. But I like making videos about the wildlife here. These are awesome to see, and some of them get probably 2 times that size, maybe 3 times that size. Not sure if males are bigger than females or vice versa, but that's an awesome lizard to see. And we see them a few times each year, 5, 10 times, sometimes less, sometimes more. Sometimes they'll have a certain place they'll hang out, and you might see them over and over again in this, a certain area. But as we're working to, clean up the area, plant more in the garden, the wetlands area and stuff, we'll see more snakes and lizards and frogs. And it is actually toad baby, the tadpoles are hatching. They're coming out of the swamp. Probably won't get that on this video, but just something that happened while I was collecting, logs for this mycorrhizal raised bed, wood chip bed alternative, I guess you could say. So what I had on the trailer, and then I added 3 or 4 more tree pieces. Then I walked back and forth carrying various pieces, and this is what we got so far. Nice little stockpile, but the work is nowhere near over. We probably need more of this, but we probably need to spend 1 to 2 hours raking leaves and hauling it back and forth, then compost and all that good stuff. That's probably going to be it for this episode 2. And just had a terrible night with the youngest kid did not want to go to sleep. We were up till 4 in the morning, and then Natalie's been sick. She hadn't been wanting coffee in the morning until this morning, so I got up late, made coffee, wanted to sleep in, couldn't sleep in because I had to get 3 kids off to daycare. Then had to stay in to do coffee. Then Natalie wanted a shower. Had to do laundry, and various other tasks. So this isn't, probably less than an hour's worth of work just to add more stuff today. And may not get any done tomorrow, not sure, because I got our oldest kid's graduation, VPK graduation. So we got to get all the kids home early, get them cleaned up, feed them early. Get the oldest one dressed up so he can be, in front of, I don't know how they're going to do that, but next week I think we have people doing repairs on the Natalie's shower again. So we'll just end it here and say, I'll just talk briefly actually. I got maple, sweet gum, probably box elder, possibly sycamore. I'll probably have some cypress that, got struck by lightning, around 92, 94. And it's still so hard. I tried to break it, and it's still not wanting to break easily. But we'll get bits and pieces, if not a long piece. Just can't really haul them super long pieces in the trailer. But thanks for watching.